זה דניאל, הוא ידבר איתנו על באז סיטי, הוא ידבר גם על איך אתם יכולים לקדם את העסק שלכם דרך באז סיטי ולקנות מודעות פרסום בישראל, וגם כמובן ידבר על אפילייט. אז זה דניאל, אחרי זה אנחנו הולכים לארוחת צהריים ואנחנו נתראה, אז מחיאות כפיים לדניאל.
Good afternoon. Firstly, thank you to Tomo. It's an absolute pleasure being here, all the way over from Europe. We do a lot of work with Tomo and his affiliates. I've known Tomo for the last 12 or so months now. It's a pleasure being here, all the way over from Europe. I've known Tomo for about 12 months now. I've been working very closely with him and he's... Sorry, my friend, sorry. You make me nervous. Been working very closely with Tomo and his affiliate team here and what he's trying to do in the industry with obviously the Israeli market and the global activity he's doing as well. So thank you to him, it's an absolute pleasure. As you can see, my name is Daniel. I'm an account manager at Buzz City Mobile Global Display Solutions. Our headquarters are based in Singapore. We're an Asian company. And I work in Paris out of our European headquarters. So I'll go through a little bit about what is the mobile space, a little bit about what we can do in the mobile space, and I'm going to move on to a recent case study that we conducted of July of this year, and deliver some global findings for that. Slower and louder. Okay, is that better? Is that better? Yeah? Because it's really loud here. Okay, so let's start at the very, very beginning. What is mobile marketing? Mobile marketing, in its essence, involves communicating with the consumer via mobile phones, mobile devices. And in these days, that landscape is changing very, very rapidly. We have e-readers, Amazon Kindle Fire, becoming huge devices in the mobile space. You have feature phones, smartphones, Android, iOS, the new iPhone 5. Capabilities of mobile handsets are progressing very, very quickly. And then finally we have tablets. We've just had the iPad mini released as well. The potential for that released this time of the year and the sales we see of that device coming up to Christmas will be a very good indication of the way that the market is moving over the next 12 to 18 months. Mobile marketing, in its essence, is a way of promoting a simple marketing message for a brand, from a brand, on behalf of a brand. It all depends on which area of the industry you're in. You can introduce the target audience to a new participation-based campaign, or allow them to visit a mobile website, download an application, enter into a prize draw to win an iPhone, an iPad, some other form of affiliate offer that you're using to bring that user in and obtain data from them. So why mobile? Mobile you can easily integrate with other elements of the marketing mix. These we have TV, radio, traditional web, they've been around for years. Google, Tomo touched on Google earlier as well, MSN, Yahoo. Mobile as part of a global strategy can fit in, or even a local strategy can fit in very well with these other mediums. It also has an element of interactivity that other devices lack. You can't pinch a newspaper to zoom in as you can on an iPhone. You get low CPCs at high volumes. Our minimum release rate in all of our global markets, as Tomo has already said, is 1 cent. The current exchange rate today, around 4 shekels a click. Very, very, very cheap. Depending on the market, very high volume. And it's the one device that people have on them at all times. I wake up in the morning and the first thing I do is check my phone. For the last thing at night, before I go to bed, I check my phone. I use my phone for my alarm. Funny story is I haven't had my phone on me for the last 7 days because I left it in Paris. And I've missed it. And I had to buy an alarm clock. The biggest point, why mobile? Recent eMarketer July 2012 survey here, based on predictions for mobile ad spending globally by region and country. I've given one example here, Middle East and Africa. We're looking at $1.8 million forecasted for this year. To 2016, we're looking at $13.8 million, just in this small region alone. Globally, we're looking to go from $3 to $23 billion global ad spend over the next 3 to 4 years. The market is potentially huge. There's a lot going on in mobile now. I have been in mobile for 5 years, and for me, it was big back then, but absolutely not on the scale of growth that we're going to be looking at over the next few years. How is it effective? You can use mobile to attract consumers. Get them to pay attention to what you have to offer. Offer them a promotion. Give them another offer. You can offer them 10% discounts. You can offer them the ability to enter into a prize draw to win a great prize. You can offer them mobile couponing. Something that relates your product to your target consumer, to entice them to come into your landing page, your application, your mobile site, and engage with you in that way. Engagement. User clicks on your offer, they're enticed by your offer. You redirect them to a relevant mobile site, landing page, application. It could be one of a number of forms, absolutely a number of forms. That information you then get from that consumer, you use to analyze. Measure the success of your campaign. You can, if you're using multiple levels, multiple mediums, you can have a look at the effect that mobile is having on your offline activity. If you're running offline, you can see the increase in interactivity through running through the mobile sector. And reach. You're able to target a variety of users across a variety of channels around the world, 100 plus countries, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's an always-on media. You don't have to wait for the next newspaper to come out. You don't have to wait for the next radio adverts to come on. It's always there. It's always live. So where does it fit into the mobile ecosystem, or the advertising ecosystem as it is? So you've got your VAS client, creative agencies and advertisers at the top here. You can include affiliates in this as well. They're all advertising and promoting their brand messages and offers for a variety of promotional channels. As I said, traditionally these have been print, TV, radio, outdoor billboards, movies. SMS was the first really to take off in the mobile space. And the internet. Obviously, we know the rise of Google and paid search ads and SEO and Google Plus and social, Facebook. But you've also got the mobile internet in that sector as well. And within that mobile internet sector, you've got a variety of segments. You've got the telcos and carriers. You've got the media agencies. Now, these media agencies will be usually full-service agencies that are buying across all of these channels and are now bolting mobile onto that offer for their clients as well. You have digital agencies. Digital agencies slightly more specialist in this sector than the full-service media agencies, in my experience. Digital agencies will have specialists on the ground who are good at media buying in the internet. They're good at media buying in the mobile space. They have very close relationships and good communication with the advertising networks, such as us. Or you can go through a mobile ad network, which is where we sit. Through the mobile ad network, you can do one of two things. You can target your audience via off-deck. This is through, anybody here have their own application or mobile site at all? Yeah, okay. You gentlemen could monetize your activity through BuzzCity and drive users to your audience on your mobile sites or applications. The other way is obviously on-deck, depending on the market. On-deck, the definition stands for on-portal. Or telco advertising. So in Singapore, for example, you have networks such as Singtel. If we are integrated with Singtel, they are a publisher of ours, you can appear on the Singtel portal. If you have Orange, as you do here in Israel, and Orange have a portal on their mobile page, you could potentially appear on the Orange portal if Orange as a publisher is integrated with us at BuzzCity. Mobile media buying. There's a few acronyms. It's a very acronym-heavy industry. You will find this. So I just want to go through a couple and try and define them now for a little bit later on when they start to play a slightly more important part in the presentation. So first of all, you've got CPC, cost per click. Cost per click effectively is the amount of money in US dollars that you will pay each time a user clicks on your ad. Whether it's a text ad, a rich media ad, a mobile web graphical display ad. If you bid 1 cent a click, you pay 1 cent a click. CPA, or cost per action. There's lots of other acronyms around this. In the industry, for me, the definitive is CPA, because it is what you're driving as an action. And an action can be any of these forms. You've got application downloads through the iOS store or the Android Play. You've got registration or submissions, which are CPLs and CPRs. You've got pin submits, where you want to obtain a mobile user's number to promote a message to them later further down the line. A phone number submit. Purchasing content, be it games, ringtones, Angry Birds, whatever it is. Or placing an order to buy a product or service. Book a test drive. We do a number of campaigns for some well-known motoring brands where we're using the mobile web to test drive applications, where then the user will submit some of their details. That company can then go back and get some feedback from them about their experience. CTR, click-through rate. This one is very important. The ratio of clicks you receive to the impressions. So it's basically clicks divided impressions equals the percentage of CTR. A good CTR in the space varies from market to market, and obviously the type of content you're offering. If it's brand, you've got to be looking upwards of 1.2%. That's kind of a target CTR you want to be heading for. If it's mobile content or a chat offer or something like that, you're going to be looking around the region on average of 0.8 to 1%. They are the kind of margins that you want to be looking at. They're very important, and after this bullet point you'll find out why. So you've got cost per mille, or 1,000. This is the price that you'll pay per 1,000 impressions received. It's predominantly used by pure brand campaigns where they just want to get the brand name out there. They're very rare. CPM can be effective if you're driving a very high CTR. But I wouldn't advise it if you're going into the affiliate space. I would absolutely 110% recommend that you go onto a CPC basis, that you can control your cost, because a CPM does not guarantee you clicks. It just guarantees you impressions. And the eCPM, this is where the CTR comes into its importance, really, because this is what our publishers, who are basically the media owners, they own the mobile sites, they own the applications that we drive traffic to, and they calculate this is effective cost per 1,000. How many clicks are they getting per 1,000 impressions from your officer or madam, your offer, your brand, whoever it is? And they will use this to measure advertising performance. And over a period of time, they will actually use this eCPM ratio to give their traffic to certain advertisers and certain networks and put them in certain directions. Another step, so we've got through the definitions of media buying. It looks confusing in a sense. It's actually really not at its most basic level. So media buying, as it is the act of purchasing CPC ad space from advertising networks such as us to promote your campaigns, your brands, your affiliate offers through Toma, through Matomi, through ModPartner, through whoever it is that you are running campaigns or offers from third party. So we'll start at the top left. So we've got our product or offer, we've got our brand. You as the advertiser, for example, if you own that product or brand, can skip out, if you like, these guys in the middle, these media buyers, and go straight to us on a CPC or a CPM basis. In return, we will drive inventory back to you, which will lead to actions. Those actions that those clients take through visiting, through being engaged with your ad, and landing on your application or your mobile site or whatever it is, will equal some form of revenue to you. That revenue is also distributed to the media buyers if you're buying or using third parties to purchase. Media buyers consist of affiliates. I know we've got a number of affiliates in the room. You guys would sit right in the middle here. You're taking these advertiser offers, these brand offers from affiliate networks, and you're using ad networks such as BuzzCity in the mobile ad network space to promote those offers. You're working on a CPC basis, you're getting inventory back from us, which is driving clicks, which in return is hopefully driving actions. For each of those actions, these advertisers or affiliate networks will pay you a fee. It could be, as we spoke earlier, it could be a lead generation, it could be a pin submit, it could be an application download. But there's some form of action that has to take place before you are given a set amount of payout revenue that's previously agreed. Yes?
Can you please elaborate on your infrastructure for supporting affiliates? For instance, I never got any reply to my emails.
Okay.
I would like to understand what kind of infrastructure do you support affiliates and media buyers?
From your experience?
Yeah.
Well, number one, I'm sorry to hear that, because that's obviously not the way that we like to do business. As far as we're concerned and as far as I'm concerned within the space, the key to success, if there is success to be had, and I'm not going to stand here in front of any of you and tell you that affiliate networking is 100% guaranteed success, because it isn't. But the key is communication. It's communication from you guys giving back to us, and in return, it's communication from BuzzCity giving back to you. What I will do is obviously...
Zero communication.
Sure. So 110% now, I'm going to stand in front of you now and say we'll have a discussion after this. Sure. Well, we will have a discussion after the presentation, and we'll make sure we acknowledge these issues that you faced. And I apologise for it as well. Yes, sir.
Do you have any apps traffic from Israel?
Any application traffic from Israel? Yeah. We will have applications integrated into the BuzzCity network from Israel, as well as mobile sites. The proportion I'm not certain on. We have two sides to the business. So we have myself, who's on the advertising, account management and sales side, and then we have a publisher side as well. But it is information that I can try and get you some rough figures on. What I will have to do is obviously go away and find out those numbers for you as to the percentage split. So a little bit about BuzzCity. We were established in 1999 as a company, as I said, over in Asia, where our HQ is, by our CEO, KF. We're a blind global mobile display advertising network. We work primarily on a CPC model, and we're currently driving in excess of 20 billion global impressions a month worldwide. Of those global impressions, we're driving a number of areas. We're driving brand awareness. We're driving eyeballs on your ads. Let's not forget that you're paying per click. You're not paying per impression when you're on a CPC model. So your only advertising expenditures when users are actually interested in what it is you have to offer. The actual branding that you can get, if you've got I'll give you an example. I know there was an affiliate campaign recently for a brand called Hotels.com, for example. Hotels.com from that get a lot of brand awareness through those impressions that are being driven, and yet they're only paying out on that on a CPD or a CPA basis based on whatever it is that they're looking for that particular action. User engagement and user acquisition. We're a global media company offering brand owners access to a global advertising network on the mobile internet, in display. We offer access to millions of mobile users around the world. We offer, as I said, global inventory of 20 billion plus ads a month at the moment. To publishers, in order to monetize, you said we have some application or mobile site owners over this side of the room. You can actually monetize those through us by driving advertisers to your site through integrating with BuzzCity. And to partners, we've got insights into the mobile internet landscape, which is something I will go through in a second. So what do we offer you as advertisers or affiliates? The main thing is our campaign planner. Is there anybody in this room who is not currently active in the mobile space, advertising-wise? Can I see hands? Absolutely not. Not doing any business whatsoever. This tool here is a fantastic media planning resource. To anybody, whether you have an account with BuzzCity or for those of you who aren't even active in the mobile space yet, it's completely free. You can go in, partner.buzzcity.com/campaign planner, and you can have a look at what inventory we have on a country-by-country basis. You can have a look at the previous month's volumes based on sold inventory. So the numbers aren't, okay, they're probably what we now, 7-8 days into the month, so they're 8 days lagging, but it gives you a very good impression of what is potentially available within that particular market you're looking at. I'm just going to switch screens because there's something else that I want to show you about the interactivity. Come on, there we go. Okay. So, as I said, buzzcity.com/campaign planner. We're in Israel, so of course I'm gonna have a look at the Israeli market. So October 2012 figures here. Our total reach, 0.25 million. Ads served, just under 11 million. Minimum CPC recommended, 1 cent. Minimum CPC buy, 1 cent a click. Recommended bid, based on the competition that we're seeing in the space at the moment and the number of advertisers, 3 cents. This is all great, and we can do this for any market. Top 10 markets on the top right-hand side there. And then we've also got a drop-down box of all of our available markets and volume within here. You can also look to get into more information as well. This will work. There we go. So we can offer you further insights into the market. So you have a mobile content offer, for example. Bottom left-hand quadrant here, we've got just under 17% of that total, just under 11 million impressions, is coming from a mobile content base. Entertainment and lifestyle, search and portal, information. You can break it out by carrier. 50% of our of our current publisher traffic is coming through the Orange network here in Israel, as we speak today. You can. Yeah. We've got just over 5% from Pelephone and 43% coming from Cellcom here. You can have a look at the handset models and makers. Handset maker, who are we seeing? Nokia. Nokia seems to be quite dominant in this market. We've also got a large segment at the bottom here from Samsung as well. So it's very much a kind of part feature, part smartphone orientated market over here in Israel. Quite a high iPhone penetration as well. You can have a look by operating system. You have an affiliate offer that's only available on the Android App Store, for example. Therefore, you only want to target Android traffic. Just under 40% of our traffic currently is coming from Android-enabled handsets. It certainly enables you to productively and proactively plan your media buying activities within the network. Yes?
Is this analysis, can I assume it's based on...
Sorry, I can't hear.
Can I assume that this analysis is based on your experience as BuzzCity? It's not the overall picture, because it's only the traffic that you see and can analyze. Can I assume that?
So this is all based on the previous month's sold inventory through the network, through all of our clients, everybody.
When you profile, according to this analysis,
Yeah.
it's based on your traffic, okay?
Yes.
It's not outsourced. It's not something objective. It's based on your traffic that you analyze.
Yeah. Yeah. So
What's your visibility for Israel?
Can you repeat the question? Because
yes. The gentleman was asking what is our visibility for Israel as a whole, but not just based on the. Let me get this right. Just not just based on what we're seeing here in these numbers now.
For instance,
Yep.
there are several operators in Israel.
Yeah.
Which will not appear here.
Yeah.
Okay. So my question to you is: you're basing your analysis according to your experience as BuzzCity,
Yeah.
or you get this information from a global marketing?
Sure. So the gentleman's asking, the numbers that we're seeing here, are they based on what we're seeing outside of BuzzCity, or are these actually BuzzCity numbers? Well, I can confirm to all of you, any numbers that you see in this campaign planner are based on the publishers that we have direct integrations with. So this is based on what we've seen from the previous month's activity. So it's all what's within our network or was in our network at that during the duration of that particular month. So it's 110% BuzzCity related. There's no outside sources that are pulled into this. It's all from our inside information.
It's only BuzzCity data.
This is only BuzzCity data, absolutely. There's no point in running on BuzzCity if we're going to give you numbers in a media planning tool which aren't absolutely 100% related to what we're trying to achieve on our network. Traffic capabilities. So we've got presence in over 100 countries, global presence. Specialized channels, you've got mobile content, glamour and dating, brand. This goes for account categorization as well, which means you're able to optimize the type of traffic that you're driving to your offers to make those offers and those matches relative. And as I said, in-app and mobile traffic. We're driving traffic from all mobile sources to your graphical and text ad offers. And our targeting capabilities. We can target by time. You can target, you've got a gambling application that you know full well that 18 to 35-year-olds aren't going to use are only going to use between maybe 7 or 8 p.m. and 2 a.m. in the morning. You can absolutely target them by time. It's all based on your user insight as well. You can target by date range. You have a limited campaign for a big brand it's a big media push for 1 week. Absolutely, put your date range in so you don't overspend. Target it over 1 week. You can, so I say target by budget. It's better to paraphrase this as manage your spend by budget. We set a minimum of $5 per campaign spend per day, or you have a minimum of $50 per account with a maximum of 100 campaigns. The decision is yours, but you absolutely have that flexibility to manage how much you're spending and to control your costs and effectively compare that against what you're making revenue-wise and make clever decisions based on that as to whether you carry on with the offer or you need to make amendments or it's simply not working and you need to stop. You can target by network, as we've already seen in Israel. 3 networks there. You can split each of those out and target if predominantly your users based on your insight are based on the Orange network, for example. Absolutely, you can go away and target the Orange network. By manufacturer, again, we've seen in Israel, feature and smartphones, Nokia, Samsung. If you've got an offer that's driving to the Nokia Ovi store, for example, you only want to be targeting Nokia handsets. You can absolutely do that. By channel, we have a channel list. I think we're going to run out of time for that one, but it is something that I will, if I don't get around to speaking later on this afternoon, it's something that I will make sure I add an additional slide in before this deck is distributed to everybody so that you can actually see our channel list as well. And by operating system. As I said, there's no point in running iOS application download campaigns on Android. It's not going to work. So it helps you specifically target what it is, where your audience is and where you're trying to direct them to. And the options that you have. We have obviously mobile coupons, click to call, click to download an application. We have click to mobile site. This is an example that we ran for Ford over in Asia recently, where, as I touched on earlier, we were trying to drive with Ford. We were trying to drive test drives for their new Ford model. So what we did was the user would click on the banner creative here, land on their portal, sign up for a test drive, and then obviously the Ford then deals with that relationship from there. So sorry.
Where do you have mobile coupons on the website?
No, these are your campaign options. So it's a case of say you have a. I was going to use an example. I'm not going to get around to it. Say for example you have a yoga class here in Israel, for example, and you're trying to entice users within Tel Aviv, for example, to attend your yoga class or whatever it is that your offer is. You can start to use a coupon or an offer. You know, book 5 classes, get 20% off, or get 10% off your first class, or in the mobile coupons for affiliates, for example, you might sometimes say, okay, sign up now and get a $100 gift card for Walmart or whatever the country is that you're targeting.
So I can, as an affiliate, to promote coupons for BuzzCity?
As long as you can absolutely promote coupons as an affiliate, as long as the affiliate offer is there for you to do. So through BuzzCity, we will not provide you with that campaign, but you will be able to go to a Matomi or a Mob Partner or any other affiliate network out there who has that content. If they're running coupon ads, then absolutely you can do that through our network. Final one from me, you can use a variety of available options as well. We run text ads, mobile web graphical ads, You've got tablet graphical ads, and a variety of forms. You can run click to call center, for example, for doctors. We ran a recent health campaign over in the US, for example, which was click to call in if you're concerned about HIV, for example. Big topic, and the response rates were quite good on that. And obviously click to text the user as well. Thank you for having me back. I hope you guys have had a great day.
Please talk slowly.
Sorry, I will try my best this time, I promise. Just wave at me if I do something wrong. So it's been fantastic being able to speak to so many of you today. So I appreciate your questions. Thank you. If you have more, at the end of the day, I will obviously be outside available for any more queries that you have. And I also hope you've enjoyed the event. I personally think it's been fantastic. So massive thanks to Tomer for having us here as Buzz City and giving me the opportunity to speak to you for a second time today. So what I wanted to do just for 10-15 minutes is just kind of the crux of my earlier presentation before lunch was to give you all some insights into some global research that we conducted from early to the end of July of this year. I want to present to you the global top-level findings of that, of which then we have obviously in the URL here, which will be made available to you all at the end of the day, where you can go in and have a look at the top 27 countries, broken out by the respondents' questions and answers, and I found it very insightful. So the methodology. As I said, the survey was conducted between the 9th and the 30th of July this year, covering 71 countries across the globe, from the Americas to Asia, Africa, Western Europe, and including the Middle East. The way that we did this, we placed graphical banners on the Buzz City network in exactly the same way that you all would to publicise the survey. And when clicked, the banner ads redirected the user to the survey questionnaire. We had 10,800, I think it was just in excess of the exact number, responses to the survey, to the questionnaire, with each respondent being allowed a single response. We made the survey available to some PC viewers, but this made up of 10% of 4% of responses, which is, comparing the size that we're looking at, is pretty immaterial. So what did we find? Bearing in mind, this is on the Buzz City network. This is solely representative of what we are offering within the mobile space in Buzz City. We found that young males, globally, 19% in total, remain early adopters of mobile advertising reactions, and that female participants exceeded 30% in 10 markets. This, of course, is out of 71. The 20 to 24-year-old demographic remains the largest age group of respondents. This is obviously in comparison to a similar survey that we did last year. And when you expand that demographic to 20 to 34-year-olds, 62% have showed the highest growth rate, with an increase of 5% since this time last year. The key findings of the report, we're looking at young demographics here. We're looking at 18, 20, 25-year-olds. They're at a stage in their life where some of them are completing university and they're about to undergo some major milestones in their lives. They are in relationships, or they're looking to go into relationships and settle down. They're looking to make specific purchases, such as their first house. They've graduated and they've gone off and got their first job. They have some disposable income. Hopefully they have some savings. But on top of that, they also need an initial financial support in order to make those purchases, in much the same way they would do for a vehicle, an automobile as well. In the case of the youngest, sort of 20, 22 years old, we're looking at also an opportunity in the marketplace for recruitment as well. We all know the situation with the economy at the moment. A lot of people are out there looking for work, and this seems to provide some good opportunities within the mobile space as well. As I said, the latter two of these rely, if it's a car, for example, on HP, as we call it in Europe, or hire purchase, small kind of shortish term loan agreements, so anything from 6 months to kind of 2 years. or mortgages, which within Europe at least extend up to 25 years and are obviously, you know, much larger forms of financial support. Based on the insights that we're seeing as far as short-term, you know, life-changing goals, as far as the respondents' responses, we're seeing very good opportunities within the financial sector as well. So the key findings. Total, globally, 72% of respondents were male. However, female respondents exceeded 30%, as I stated earlier, in 10 different markets. The top markets for those, you can see here at the bottom. You've got South Africa at 53%, Spain and the USA both at 42%. And these three markets had the highest female participation. The key findings, we've broken them out by profession. You see the 36% there. It's very high in regards to the full pie in favour of students. That absolutely reflects the kind of demographics responses that we've had as far as age and gender. It still shows, though, there's when you look at the rest of the pie, there is quite an even split. Once you take the student element out of it, which is your mobile content and your educational elements, there is quite an even split, which proves to us within our network that mobile is still integral to users across a number of income professions and income brackets. Tablets on BuzzCity at this time have not changed viewing habits. They have not changed the way that people are searching for media. 85% are still predominantly using their mobile phones, followed by PCs, laptops. Yes, there is a small slice, about 5% of the pie there for tablets at the moment. Do I expect that to grow? Absolutely. And I think that will show what next year, if we do our next annual report. I think you will see that pie change, not dramatically as such, but I think we will see, as I was saying earlier, with the likes of the iPad 2 coming out and the iPad mini, we will start to see that take a much stronger hold within the marketplace on a global basis. Reasons for using the mobile handsets. 61% communicating with friends. It's still the primary driver for usage. Sharing links, you know, sharing something funny that they found on their phone or on the internet and things like that. Sharing games. 21% use devices. They solely, or the primary reason for them using their handset devices is to play games. I've got an example here of Angry Birds, for example. I'm useless at it, but it's a good game apparently. 34% using devices for entertainment consumption. This can be YouTube, it could be video clips. There's a number of areas that will fall under this entertainment. In our view, based on the respondents that we've had, the responses we've had globally, we still see entertainment, which fits very well, very nicely in with mobile content and the kind of services that some of the affiliate guys will offer on a global basis. Is still very much on the priority list of our user base. 69% of respondents surf from home. Not surprising, really, as their primary location. Obviously, when you start to move further into the pie, we're seeing a lot of professionals in there as well. There's a lot of people in there of the remaining chunk that will surf either on the commute to and from work, as we'd expect, or actually around the workplace, whether it's on a lunch break or just generally during the day. And 29% of respondents admitted to using their devices to search for additional information, price comparisons, opening times, cinema times, numerous other little bits of information that you can get on the fly when you have your device on you. So, of that total global kind of insights that we've been able to derive from the report, we've come up with these potential opportunities based on the life milestones that we actually see our user base going through now or potentially going through in the very short term. Banking and loan services, real estate, media and entertainment, cars and automobiles, although maybe not that car, education and recruitment. These are all very, very high up the scale on a global basis, based on the total number of respondents for their primary driving usage for searching and looking for information on their mobile phones. So we've combined those findings in some specific markets around kind of available inventory and what we see at this time as a lack of competition in the space, if you like. So we're trying to match these offers for you as general insights to go into a market where you'll be able to get good volume at a reasonable CPC. So we'll start with the UK. We're looking at mobile content, entertainment products. Very basic. Education, financial, real estate, automobiles, recruitment, computers and laptops. People are still using their mobile phones to search for computers and laptops. How does this link into... Don't ask. How does this link into affiliation? As far as you being able to entice or offer, for example, or brands that you are affiliating on behalf of, being able to entice and offer people to click on that creative and land on that brand's landing page or sign up for their products or whatever it is, it's a very good indicator that something along the lines of a kind of computer or laptop offer where you get entered into a competition to win the latest Dell or Apple Mac or whatever it might be, may well be the pivotal factor in securing that click and engaging that consumer. And dating offers as well. The US. Not too dissimilar to the UK. We're seeing mobile content and entertainment again, real estate, financial, automobiles, computers, laptops, recruitment and dating. Obviously within this, the financial element that we found in the US is actually a recommendation based on the milestones that people over there, over in America are going through as far as wanting to purchase, say, an automobile, for example, which would be obviously a short-term loan. India. Mobile content and entertainment, real estate, financial, education. Education is, if I remember rightly, the most important factor within this market. Recruitment and automobiles and dating again. Vietnam, again, good volume, reasonable CPCs, mobile content and entertainment, automobiles, computers and laptops. So where we seem to, the actual country level responses that we've had seem to be indicating that this particular market is leaning towards these sort of three kind of main areas. And Venezuela, final recommended market for us, mobile content and entertainment, education, real estate, recruitment, financial and dating offers again. A lot of these main markets are drivers for these primary areas. So just a final tip. I've been asked a lot of questions today, and rightly so. And I'm trying to, within what this final slide is to try and compile some answers to those questions in general that a lot of individuals have asked me, but I haven't really been able to address to everybody as a whole who is currently working with us as an affiliate, and obviously Toma. So tips it should be try and make your campaigns work. Nothing is 100% guaranteed in this. So number one, be clear, be concise and be absolutely 110% explicit about what you're offering and your understanding of who you're offering it to. There is absolutely no point in going into a market where you're trying to drive downloads to the iOS App Store and you're targeting Android users. You need to make sure that you understand the customer journey. You need to make sure that you understand the affiliate offer, what is being asked of the client, and try and put yourselves in those shoes within those markets. And learn. You get plenty of data back. You get plenty of feedback within your accounts based on your CTR, your performance, based on your conversion rates. Use that data and make educated decisions about the next step to take. Understand your product. Who's it going to appeal to? What is the customer journey, really? Best advice I can give is to take an affiliate offer and try and follow it all the way through yourself before you look to market it, with the exception of actually signing up to it. Your final step should be, do you want to sign up? No, because I now know the customer journey from, in my position, I'm advertising it, user clicks on the banner and they land here. And then the site is asking them for 6 fields of information. On a mobile phone, whether it be an iPhone, let alone a feature Nokia phone, how many people are going to spend the time filling in 6 fields of information? Very few. If it's just a pin submit, if it's just an enter your mobile number, if it's an enter your email address, and we will get in touch, a lot more likely to secure good conversions with those types of offers. Don't attempt to mislead customers. If something isn't free, don't tell them it's free. If they have the potential to win something, tell them they have the potential to win something, not that they've won something, because you're paying for that click. You tell somebody that they've won an offer, I've won an iPad. I've always wanted an iPad, so I'm going to click on it. Well, actually, you haven't, because you need to submit this amount of information to us before we enter you into a draw, of which the draw date is in 6 months' time. Well, actually, I'm not going to do that. So you've paid for the click. I haven't converted. The affiliate won't pay you because they haven't got the information they need from the customer. Ensure you're delivering what you're promising. Trial and test. So I think it's the biggest thing that I've said today. I sound like a parrot. Not all campaigns are going to work. I'm not going to stand there and guarantee you that they will. You need to test different offers in different markets to find the sweet spot. At our conversion tracking solution, we have 2 available. BuzzCity has its own conversion tracking solution that you can use to report conversions and very clearly see your CPA within the BuzzCity interface. Number 2, if you are running affiliate offers through, say, a Mod Partner, for example, we are integrated with Mod Partner. If you want to be able to see those conversions and that CPA against your spend within the BuzzCity interface, drop us an email and we will show you and tell you how to do it. It's absolutely fine. As far as our friends over at Matomi, for example, it's something that we're going to look to integrate with them. If you have any other ideas about potential affiliate networks or offers that we should be looking to integrate with as well, I'd love to hear about them. Ensure your targeting is correct for the particular offer. Are you targeting the correct country? Are you targeting Israel in only English, for example? Or actually, do you think that maybe doing an ad in Hebrew would work better? Trial and test. Absolutely trial and test. English is what? Second language here? Ish, there or thereabouts. It doesn't mean it's going to be the primary driver for conversions or interactions. So if it's a non-English speaking country you're looking to go into, South America for example, try English banners and cap your campaigns at $5 a day. Trial Spanish and Portuguese banners and cap your campaigns at $5 a day. What's the maximum you're going to spend? $15. And then you've got a very clear, concise answer based on your CTRs, what's working in that market. Your goal is not to be popular by driving clicks, because driving clicks will cost you money. And without conversions, you're throwing your money down the drain. You're wasting your time. So it's very, very important, again, to make sure that you're looking at the data that you're getting back from your campaigns and making educated decisions about the next steps to do that. And finally, this is probably the second biggest point I've been making today. Yes, your CPC should be competitive, and by competitive, completely depends on the market. If you're looking at South Africa, for example, in mobile content, competitive is about 25 to 30 cents as we speak at this minute. If you're looking at competitive for India or Indonesia in mobile content, you're probably looking at about 1-2 cents at the moment. It's not just a question of CPC either. We've also talked about the CTR. You have to try and test creative. Run free versions of text creative. Run free versions of graphical creative. Our publishers, as a whole, 100% of the pie, you have more access to more publishers if you're running text and graphical ads, because not all publishers will only take graphic, and not all publishers will only take text ads. And that's it from me. I really appreciate your time. It's been an absolute pleasure being here. If you have any questions, you can obviously find me at the end outside. Thomas, thank you very much.